How do you, with just all the noise in the world right now, even now, just sort of coming back to center with so many things going on around you, to be able to tap into that creativity?
It's just like you just start it. I remember the first Christmas after my mom died, my three sisters and I were so emotionally limp. We just couldn't do anything. We were not going to have a family gathering. My dad was with a caregiver. He had dementia. I was just feeling so awful. I missed my mom. I felt so guilty. So it's probably 3:00 Christmas Eve. Didn't have a plan with my dad. I mean, we were all a mess. And then all of a sudden I thought, I can't do this by myself. But I looked at Karina, the youngest. So she was, I guess, 8 or 9 at the time. And I said, hey, let's get showered and cleaned up like we're going someplace really special. Mm-hmm. I'm going to dress up like I'm going on a date. And let's go pick up Doc. And she said, what are we going to do with him? And I said, I don't know yet. But can you be ready? And so we got ready. We hopped in the car. I had Santa Claus hats. And I just made a plan. I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go pick him up and, in his Depends and sitting on the protective blanket, in the front seat of the car. And I said, I'm just going to call my siblings and whoever's home. We're going to go see their Christmas tree and take a picture with them. And we got to my first sister and she was like, oh, I can't believe you came. Can I get in the car with you? And she got in the car and then I said, okay, we're headed to my house. We took a picture with Dad in front of every tree. Mm. And once I had one sibling in the car, Karina said, can I please get out of the car? And so we went to my sister Carol's house. And then my sister Mimi, who lived an hour outside of town, I was calling her and she said, I'm in Green Hills doing something last minute. Pull over. I'm getting in the car with you. And then we went and drove down Sunnyside that has all the lights. And we went to my dad's oldest childhood friend's house. Mm. And they, unbeknownst to me, it was his daughter's house. And they were having Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. Their whole family was there. Bob came out and gave my dad a big hug. My friend's a photographer. She photographed all of us like singing "Oh, Come All You Faithful" at their front door because we're all just like doing a snot cry. And we went home and it was like, okay, that was magical. Mm-hmm. That was magical. And all we did was just take the first step. And to me, that's creativity. It's like just change the atmosphere. And that might mean get up and put your clothes on. Get up, turn on some good music, just do something.
Take that one step.
Just take one step. It'll lead to the next one.
As you were talking, it reminded me of a previous interview that we did where I remember you talking about the distance between isolation and connection, like that jump is not that far. If we would just take that one step.
Yeah. So cooking to me, if ever I've got the blues or just feel, I don't know, just antsy in my own skin, I start cooking. It doesn't mean I'm freaking out if I'm cooking, but to me, that's the one thing. It's just like, if you'll get in there and start chopping. I laugh with Vince. I said I would have made a great monk except for the sex part because I just love tending to manual labor.
Right.
Chopping veggies because all of it, it's like it gets your whole body in a rhythm outside yourself. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden your mind is like going, I remember, oh man, this reminds me of, remember when we were kids and we, but it's just like anything to put a new rhythm because all creative people, all of us have a sad side. That's the reason we isolated as children in our room, learning to play an instrument.
Or listening to Heart in Motion and performing it alone in our room.
Yes.
Or making up dances to Baby Baby.
All of it. Anybody that has gotten to be good at something that they do alone, it's because they spent time alone. It's because they worked on it. I remember being once again, we were honoring Carole King. This was a different event, but Lady Gaga was at the piano. Mm. And she said, Carole, every one of us spent more hours than we could ever count alone in our rooms singing to your music. But that was the first time I went, that means every single performer that's ever walked on a stage has done that time. Every musician has done that time.